All right, my gamers. It is Sunday once again. It is Sunday, November 19th, and it's time for another weekly news roundup in the world of video game adaptations. We're going to get into that after the intro. All right, first in the news, we're going to check out Freddy's to Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's still having a strong showing at the box office with its fourth weekend. This is just a little news coming from Horror News Network. Horror fans are still going to movies. Just horror movies are always. Five Nights at Freddy's continued its box office blitz in its fourth weekend, pulling in more than 3 million from 200 pulling in more than 3 million from 2,800 domestic theaters, bringing a stateside running total to more than 132 million. So yeah, taking another gander over on Box Office Mojo for Five Nights at Freddy's. This is its fourth weekend, and it already had an $80 million opening. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what that just said was only for domestic. So internationally, it's actually made 271 million. That's an amazing return. Yeah, just over here, even if you just literally type in Five Nights at Freddy's budget, its budget was reportedly 2.5 million. So that is amazing. So yeah, on a $2.5 million budget, it's made worldwide 271 million. That's pretty amazing, and I love it. I mean, once again, this just shows that you could take generally any kind of adaptation, and there'll be enough people in the world that are just fans of that series alone that'll go to the movie, and then they'll bring along a friend or something. I mean, this is where it's going, and it makes total sense. Just take any IP and you adapt it, and there's going to be at least 50 million people out there in the entirety of the world that love that series, regardless of what it is. Just think about it. And over on some Netflix show news, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off just came out this past Friday on the 17th, and it already has a really high rating, 8.4 rating out of 2,600K reviews, so it's already having very favorable reviews. Personally, I have not watched this yet. I don't really know the Scott Pilgrim game series. The one thing I don't get is that it looks like it's the same story of the movie that already came out, so I don't get why they're doing the story again, because he's fighting this girl he likes boyfriends, and I'm like, that's the same thing that happened in the movie. Why are they redoing the entire story again? I thought it was a new story. I find that a little unusual choice. Yeah, even on Rotten Tomatoes, it actually has 100%, so it's certified fresh. But that's the according to the critics. Over here on Metacritic, it has an 85 overall, which is like Metacritic's just an aggregate of all the scores. Alright, so in more Five Nights at Freddy news, even though it's been just 4 weeks in the office, already a Five Nights at Freddy's Blu-ray available. Not yet, but it's already on Amazon, which it doesn't come out till July 1st. Okay, that's a long time away. That's like 8 months away. That's a really long turnaround for a physical release. And it already has ratings, but these are just ratings that people that watched the movie. But it's just kind of strange that they already have the page set up to pre-order when it's not coming out until July. Alright, over here on Screen Rant, crucial BioShock movie decision is just what game fans needed to hear. So, one crucial BioShock movie decision, which was recently addressed by the powers that be, is actually just what the video game fans needed to hear. Recent reports have confirmed a crucial BioShock movie decision, one that's actually just what the video game fans have needed to hear to inspire faith in the long-awaited adaptation. Published by 2K and helmed by creative lead Ken Levine, 2007's BioShock is set in an alternate version of 1960. Jack, the player-controlled character, stumbles upon the now-defunct underwater city of Rapture, which was established by American business magnate Andrew Ryan as a refuge for societized elite. Completely isolated, the supposed underwater utopia serves as a means for the elite to pursue arts and sciences outside of government control, and as Ryan puts it, outside petty morality. As Jack soon learns, a lot of factors led to Rapture's decline. Chief among them was the discovery of Adam, a byproduct of ocean floor dwelling sea slug. Adam-based serums alter users' genes, granting them superhuman abilities. Just as Adam Just as Atom obsessives began to unhinge as a result of the serums, Rapture's wealth disparities reached a breaking point, prompting a world-class faction to rise up against Ryan and his supporters. This conflict culminated in a Rapture-destroying assault on the New Year's Eve of 1958, turning the underwater city into a barren dystopia just ahead of Jack's arrival. Now, Netflix's Bioshock movie will adapt this game mythology. The Bioshock movie won't break canon, lauded for its world-building 20th century pastiche and philosophical underpinnings. Bioshock is often heralded as one of the best games ever made. The series' launching first installment has all the trappings of a fully realized sci-fi horror film, so it's no surprise that Bioshock is on its way to becoming a Netflix movie. Thankfully, the Bioshock movie's faithfulness was addressed by director Francis Lawrence, with the filmmaker firmly stating, "We're not breaking canon." News that the movie will be game accurate is surely a relief to the video game's fans, especially since seeing Rapture in live action is an exciting, albeit daunting prospect. However, even though Lawrence promises a movie that's incredibly faithful to the source material, the filmmaker didn't rule out changes altogether, noting that there are little twists that will surprise fans. It's a strategy that other successful video game adaptations have taken to heart lately. While HBO's The Last of Us remained true to the series canon, it also expanded upon character stories and made tweaks that played into the new medium's strengths. In addition to promising that the film boosts a really good script, Lawrence assured fans that the twists all fit in with Bioshock's existing canon. Needless to say, the thoughtful approach seems to be a solid one. Why game accuracy is so important to the Bioshock movie's success. When Bioshock was released in 2007, it became an instant hit. Not only was the blend of role-playing and first-person shooter elements novel, but the game's provocative story intrigued players, from Rapture's Art Deco design to Andrew Ryan's fascinating, historically rich characterization to the story's larger moral questions. Bioshock is a well-plotted singular vision. Like The Last of Us, Bioshock's story doesn't need tweaking. All the elements are there. They just need to be adapted to the silver screen. Not only does faithfulness to the game generate goodwill from fans, but given the source material's strength, it also all but ensures the Bioshock movie's success. I wonder if it's just going to be a streaming or if it's a theater release as well, but we'll see, because it's still pretty early in production. Well, all my gaming humans, that looks like that's the news for this week of November. Well, all my gaming friends, that looks like that's the news for the week of November 13th to the 19th. So nothing too groundbreaking, no new announcements, but good news is there's always good news. So yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's is still doing well at the box office, and it's the biggest horror movie of the year. That's really great. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's cool? Are you excited about what's happening right now? The genre is really starting to pick up speed, so it's exciting to see where it's going. So let me know what you think about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep gaming.